Hi everybody. It's been a minute since I have shown my face on here. So, what a hell of a year it's been, right? God, I can't believe the New Year's right around the corner. What? It's only April. Okay. So, we, just like everybody else, are struggling to put meals on the table. So, I wanted to do a quick pantry chicken pot pie casserole with Cheddar Bay biscuit topping. We all love Cheddar Bay biscuits. So stay tuned and we will get started. See you in a bit. Here are the ingredients I'm using for the majority of this recipe. I have my herbs, my cream of mushroom, my cream of chicken, Worcestershire, black pepper and salt, peas and carrots, milk, right? And then over here, I only had the frozen chicken, you know, the bags that you get, which great, but I just boiled it in some bouillon and we're waiting for that to be done, and I'm gonna shred that up. Over here we have what we're gonna be using for the Cheddar Bay biscuits, and these are super simple. It says cold water, but I'm using milk, shredded cheddar cheese, and then the biscuit mix, and then we're gonna use the butter here to go with the garlic seasoning, and we're gonna top the casserole with that herb seasoning. All right, so I have some avocado oil and some butter. We're gonna melt this down here in this big old pan, and from there we are going to, I'm actually gonna bloom the seasonings, like the thyme and the onion and the garlic. I'm gonna bloom a little bit in the oil, and then from there we're going to saute up the frozen peas and carrots. We're gonna add the chicken, and then we're gonna add some more seasoning, some Worcester, don't forget that. And then we're gonna add the cream of soups into it. We're gonna mix it all together, heat that up, and then we're going to add it to a 9x13, so stand by. All right, here we go. We got that butter and the oil melted together. I'm going to add, oh, I forgot I was gonna bloom the veg or the spices, but that's okay. We can still do that right now. So we're gonna add some of this thyme. Don't be afraid to season your food, people. Oh, that is a little much though. I'm gonna do a little less than that. Got thyme. Got a little bit of salt. This salt here, I have a couple of videos actually. This is mixed with Himalayan salt, but I have a couple of videos, if you go back a ways, of making your own sea salt. So this is mixed with some homemade sea salt that we foraged and made ourselves. So that's pretty cool. So anyways, adding some salt. Pepper. Garlic powder. Come on. Don't do this over the steam because it can create mold inside. So always put it into a different vessel. At least that's what I've been told. I don't know, I could be wrong. Don't take anything I say as truth, because who am I? I'm just a nobody on the internet. Anyways, onion powder. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of Worcester. We're gonna, oh, I forgot there was no little toppy top on that. Okay. Now we're going to stir this all together, get that ice to melt down. Then I'm gonna add the cream of soups. So I'll be back in just a second. I decided to add a little bit of nutmeg because I've always been taught to use a little bit of nutmeg with greens and with creams. So since we're using cream of soups, I decided to add a little bit of that into the spice mixture. So, okay. All right, we got all this kind of melded together and melted together. Now I'm going to add the shredded chicken that I cooked up. I just boiled it from frozen with some bouillon. I actually used a Lipton's French onion soup mix to just add to the water to flavor it. Add that all together. And then we're gonna add cream of chicken. Ugh. Oh no. And cream of mushroom. I think. Hold on. I'm getting there. Oh yeah. Okay. Alright, I'm sorry that keeps shaking. We got this going on. We're gonna mix it all together. We're gonna heat it through, and then I'm going to transfer this into a 9x13 baking dish. And then I'm gonna top it. Actually, I might bake it for a minute, like about 15 minutes. And then I might top it with the biscuit mix. I'm actually not sure which one I'm gonna do. So I guess we'll learn together. While we're bringing this up to temperature, I took a half cup of butter and I melted it, and I'm gonna take that little seasoning packet from the biscuit mix, and I'm just gonna empty it in here. And we're just gonna mix it up, and we're gonna put this on top of the biscuits after we put the biscuits on top of the casserole, obviously. All right. I got the filling up to a simmer and I turned off the heat, and now I am oiling up this 9x13. I got the herb mixture into the melted butter, and now all I have to do is pour, top, and bake. So hold on a second. Ooh, I'm gonna need space. That's what I think. Alrighty, we got all that in, and now for the fun part. I put way more milk in here than the back of the box suggested. This is the biscuits. I did that because I wanted them to be a little bit more runny so I can spread them a little bit easier over the pot pie, right? I'm sorry, it keeps jiggling. So I put, so the original, on the back of the box, it called for 3/4 of a cup. I probably put in 1 3/4 of a cup almost. Plus the shredded cheese is in here. I didn't add any more of that, but I did add more milk. So we're gonna spread this over. Oh, that needs to be mixed in. Hold on a second. And then we bake. 375 for about 30 minutes-ish until this is, everything's cooked. So until this is like golden brown and stuff. Halfway through, so I'm gonna cook it for about 15 minutes. I forgot about this, hold on a second. I forgot about the herb mixture. So I'm gonna bake it at 375 for about 15 minutes, and then I'm going to, when it starts to golden up a little bit, I'm going to brush on this butter mixture and then bake it the rest of the way. And then maybe even use some of this to put on at the end. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Let's time travel. All right, we are at the 15-minute mark. I'm gonna take this butter and I'm going to just brush half it on. This is only halfway baked. This is gonna help with the flavor and browning process. Yeah, I will see you again in another 15 minutes. Let's time travel. Here we are at the end of that full 30 minutes. Got a little bit brown there on top, but I kind of like it. I'm gonna add the rest of this melted butter topping. We're gonna keep it all nice and lubed up. And then I'm gonna let it cool for a while so it kind of all settles and thickens up. And then we'll scoop into it. See you in a bit. Ooh, it's nice and cooked through. I could definitely let it sit longer to let that all set up in here, but I'm hungry and I'm not gonna wait. I think it's missing something. Hold on. Look at that beautiful moon. Oh, look at her. Hi, Mama. Anyways, it is early spring here, and I have the perfect garnish for our pot pie casserole thing, and that is my chives. So we're gonna just pluck, and then we're gonna go snip them on top. All right, let's give it a try. Let's get some of the biscuit topping first. If you hear squeaking in the background, it's my dog. Ooh, the biscuit topping is really good. You get that cheddar taste, you get that herb from the butter. The filling is really creamy. I would have added probably some more cheese into the filling to thicken it up a little bit. It's still really runny. But like I said, it also still needs to cool down a lot more. So that could change over time. The flavor of the chicken is really good, considering I only boiled it in that onion Lipton onion soup mix packet. Yeah, it's good. It'll sustain you. It's cheap. You probably have everything in your pantry or your freezer already. And if you didn't have freezer chicken, this works just as well with canned chicken. So if you need a completely shelf-stable meal to just whip up and bake, here you go. Substitute canned chicken and you're good to go. All right. I hope all you guys have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining me. Please comment and subscribe, share, do all the things that you're supposed to do to help a person out. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time.